awesome. I know you're also involved in game.
The subway system in Manhattan, part of the experience here. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Washington. Right now they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds. And of course there's the Knicks. They just haven't had the type of record they've wanted.
And well, for Washington, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. On out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. And for New York, they've got Taj Gibson. Randall out there with Robinson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Payton in at the one spot.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency, shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come.
Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Now here's Gibson. Bryant with the rebound.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Hachimura the pass to Bryant. Bryant is doubled. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Payton, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Bryant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Payton outside. To the inside. Robinson, he gets that one.
Cutting and carving the defense apart right now. Give Payton a passing lane. He's going to find someone.
Bonga the pass to Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Back to Bryant. To the middle. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Fizdale, part of those great teams in Miami as an assistant coach with Eric Spoelstra. He coaches with a lot of fire and enthusiasm, is very involved emotionally in what his team does on a daily basis, and it's why a lot of these young players are gravitating towards his coaching staff.
And New York hoped that Fizdale's likability would be a factor in free agency.
Yeah, I think it's going to help the Knicks as they move forward here. Try to find some stability with their coach. That way David Fizdale and his messaging can remain consistent with the type of players that they try to attract here to Gotham.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Harkless comes in for Mitchell Robinson. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Payton. 2 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
Knox, he's checked in for Randall. Now Harkless. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Portis against Mahinmi. Ntilikina kicks to Portis. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pass to Wagner. The steal. Now here's Harkless. He's covered by Brown. Knox the pass to Ntilikina. Back to Knox. Charity stripe shot, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Pretty simple, sweet stroke there from Kevin Knox.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mahinmi, and that one, good.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Ntilikina passes to Portis. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Brown finds Robinson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
From deep three-point range, the shot comes out, and we reach the end of the first quarter. Knicks lead by 4. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender.
Defense is 80% of real. And
a young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. You might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers. So
the Wizards 5 right now. Wagner out there with Brown. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. Then there's Ish Smith. And it's Robinson in at the 2. Pass to Harkless. And the rejection by Mahinmi. And they're able to recover. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Tuesday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Washington. 4-point game. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
But they get it back. And the pass to Wagner. He dishes it to Smith. Here's Wagner, defended by Harkless. And the shot goes in. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter. The Knicks leading by 4. Ntilikina kicks to Bullock. The tray. Rebound by Mahinmi. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Hawks. Here's Wagner. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Wagner's got his 3rd basket of the night.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Now here's Payton. Boy, he just disappeared against Atlanta. They really needed him. On the clock. Three-pointer Ellington. That shot, no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Last time they met was in Washington.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side.
Now Ellington after the missed three from Elfrid Payton. Randall left side. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Payton. Bryant with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Basket good. Napier's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Payton passes to Gibson. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. And they pick up 2. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Working on the inside, Taj Gibson goes to it. Tremendous at imposing his will down there.
Bryant dishes to Robinson. He kicks it to Napier. To the paint. His first shot coming late. Bryant. It's good on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
Now here's Napier, guarded closely. Drops in the layup for 2. Napier's got his second bucket.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They got their lead up to as many as 8 points in the opening. And that
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
They've got Julius Randle. It's a Robinson out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Payton in at the 1. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple of years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
That's true.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from Draymond Green or Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Bonga. No points in the game yet for him. Bryant gets a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Pass to Payton. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's averaging 19 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here's Barrett. He has 6. Portis can't get it to go. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Hachimura.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Here's Bullock after the basket by Washington. Robinson comes up empty down low.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Down low. Here's Hachimura. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And it's now only a 1-point New York lead. For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college. Hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile. And I feel like he's putting it all together.
Now, here's Bullock. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And here's Mahimi to the inside. Pass to Bonga. 1:51 left in the third. Hachimura the pass to Napier. Mahimi trying to get open, and it's Napier missing.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Back to Robinson. Now, here's Barrett. Guarded by Mahimi. Barrett with the ball. He has 6. And that one hits back iron. Passes it to Hachimura. Back to Mahimi. It's stolen by Barrett. And now the Knicks on the break. Knox with the ball. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Great long strides there from Kevin Knox and a beautiful hoop gliding down the floor in transition.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. A promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Well, Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hand.
DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
Love to see a wing player mix it up just a little bit, and Kevin Knox, that hustle led to the hoop.
Hachimura the pass to Mahimi. Yes, that goes in. Mahimi's got his second bucket of the night.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Now the pass to Barrett. Here's Knox. 17-foot shot on the way. And we've reached the end of the third. Knicks. Let's take a listen now to Scott Brooks.
Every time we contest their shot, they make it. Don't give them.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Ish Smith is out there with Robinson. And there's Bryant and it's Hachimura in at the 3. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. Outside Robinson. Here's Wagner. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Smith against Payton. Here's Randall. An easy 2 points on the layup.
So creative on offense. Randall getting more and more comfortable handling the ball and understanding where he can get to on specific possessions.
Here's Wagner. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Pass to Hachimura. Inside. Here's Wagner. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Payton against Smith. Pass to Ellington. Fires from the wing. Bullseye. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
That's a 2 from Smith, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Smith's got his first basket of the night. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Smith against Payton to the middle. Left side, Gibson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Here's Smith. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And Bryant kicks to Robinson. Passes to Smith. Back to Robinson. Launches a 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
The Knicks leading by 3. Tries from 10. No good from Payton.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Hachimura. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here comes the break. Here's Randall. Got a hand on it. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by Smith. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
Terrific job by Smith to dish that one off to his open teammate right there.
Payton kicks to Randall. Payton surveying the floor. All sorts of time, and it's good for 2. Payton's got his first points of the game.
Big time shot from Elfrid Payton.
Tipped away. It's taken away by Payton. Here's Ellington. That one goes. Count it. And now a 5-point Knicks lead.
Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
Payton finds Gibson. New York moving it around. Ellington, the pass to Gibson. Payton against Bryant. From the high post. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And the Knicks lead by 7.
The more he drains those mid-rangers, the more it boosts his confidence. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Back to Gibson.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Yeah, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Robinson's checked in for Harkless. And Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And then for Washington, Vargas checked in. And it's Brown in for Robinson.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Robinson, that's good.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision, plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
And so it's the Knicks with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But, all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Seen it before. 22 teams, all in one place, ready to make history. It's a
The Hornets making their grand entrance earlier. Looking good. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Washington, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot. And, of course, Charlotte right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And, well, for Washington, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at small forward. And for Charlotte, we've got Bismack Biyombo. Bridges out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2. And the basket by Napier. What great athleticism with both these teams. I mean, every move is so graceful, so skilled. I mean, majestic.
It is, Kevin. There's an explosiveness. There's this speed that is absolutely incredible to watch. Every possession up and down the floor could have the potential highlight reel.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Napier. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Pass to Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Napier. Over Rozier. And it's Napier missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And finished off by Graham.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Here's Hachimura. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Bryant looking over the floor. Pass to Bonga. 5 to shoot. Here's Napier. Shot clock reset for Washington.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Graham with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. Cody Zeller's checked in for Biyombo. Mahinmi's checked in for the Wizards.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Here's Rozier. Rebounded by the Wizards. Last time they met was in Washington.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Here's Napier. The three-pointer is right on target. Napier's got 5 points so far.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect. What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name, the champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
Hornets trail by 3. Here's Bridges. Knocks it loose. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Napier passes to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. There's the dish to Mahinmi. The pass to Bonga. The Wizards working the ball around now. Brown kicks to Napier. Offline with the baseline jumper. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. Washington passes to Graham. And here is Rozier. From outside, off the mark. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Napier finds Mahinmi. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Obviously, the closer to the basket, the better for Mahinmi. He's all about high percentage finishes.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Bridges. Banked in off the glass.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Napier passes to Mahinmi. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bonga, the pass to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Want easy looks? don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range. Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Wizards lead by 4. The second. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Robinson is out there with Ish Smith. And there's Ian Mahinmi and Hachimura in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Mahinmi. Robinson misses. Here's Batum. Lays it up off the glass. Batum's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Hornets. Here's Hachimura. He dishes it to Mahinmi. Batum scanning the floor. Out to the right wing. Passes it to Graham. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Wizards with the lead. Pass to Wagner. Lets the 3 fly. Smith with it. And Zeller picks him up defensively. Out to Smith. 3-pointer. And he's good on the 3 ball. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in, and he gets the bucket.
Just very good offensive execution. Couldn't have asked for a better shot.
Here's Hachimura. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Wagner. Dishes it to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. Hachimura the pass to Robinson. And Smith puts up a deep 3. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to get you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. Now, here's Batum. Here's the break. Here's Hachimura. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And it's all about getting to the right spot. And Hachimura did just that in transition.
Combo dishes to Zeller. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, this game always evolving. Fascinating to see the players who drive that change with their unique talents find a way to do things different.
Well, probably 2 guys currently that have revolutionized the way the game is played. Stephen Curry, with the incredible range he has on his 3-point shooting. You've got to guard him as soon as he crosses the half-court line. And honestly, if the goal would be good from the other side of the half-court, he'd probably push it to out there. And James Harden, so prolific at drawing fouls. It might be maddening to the fans of opposing teams, but James Harden has led the NBA or been at the top of the free throw attempts list for years now.
Great examples. Now, here is Smith. He's got 5. There's 1:40 left in the first half of basketball. Bryant. Charlotte moving it around. And Batum kicks to Zeller. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Bryant. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Bonga, no good. Hornets trail by 5. And Charlotte can't hang on to the ball. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Brown, he's checked in for Washington. The drive by Smith. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
For Washington, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Washington making some changes. Miami's checked in for Bryant. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Ish Smith. And stolen by Napier. 3-on-3. Bonga, the pass to Wagner. To the wing on the left. Now here's Napier, defended by Bridges. Lays it up and banks it in. Napier's got 7 points in the game. Hornets trail by 8. And stolen by Napier. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And then Brown with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They were on a nice little roll in that open. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. As Napier really making a difference here.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Terry Rozier. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot. The Hornets shooting for the game at 42%. They get it back.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
Napier kicks to Bryant. Napier passes to Bryant. About 1 minute played here in the second half. To the paint and stolen by Biyombo.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Charlotte shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second free throw. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. And now let's see which rookies have been leading the freshman class in steals since the All-Star break. Well, you look at Hachimura, 5th in the NBA, very crafty player.
His steal rate in the second half of the season shows that he's figuring out the league, so they better learn to look out for him.
Robinson's checked in for the Wizards. Good, nice play there from Napier.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Washington. Count that bucket. Washington's got 11 points. Washington leading now by 7. Outside Robinson. Napier kicks to Robinson. Wide open look. Another one falls for Washington.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Now, here's Rozier. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. Takes a 3. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul. Charlotte making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. Pass to Brown. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Off target from three-point range. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 9 points over Robinson. And here is Graham. On the wing, Brown. From past the arc. Zeller grabs the board. Hornets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Graham. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Napier feeling it out a bit. Bryant dishes to Napier. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Wayne Bacon's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And it's Batum in for Rozier. Mahinmi's checked in for the Wizards. Ish Smith comes in for Shabazz Napier. There's the foul. It's on Mahinmi. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Graham, the pass to Bacon. He kicks it to Graham. The pass to Bacon. Bridges with it. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson.
Looking here at some numbers for Smith. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 8 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Wizards leading by 7. Outside Robinson. Doubled by Bridges. Robinson passes to Hachimura. Wizards passing it around. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Basket counts.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Zeller finds Batum. Graham with the ball. There's Bacon. Passes it to Graham. Out to the wing. Second chance shot. And that's good off the glass that time. Bridges has got 4 this quarter.
The jumper Bridges has is wet, demonstrating how lethal he is from his spots on the court.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Bacon's shot is off.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Pass to Hachimura. Outside Robinson. The 3. Hit the tip. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's an 11-point Washington lead.
Kevin, you do not have to be a gifted scorer. Jan Mahimi willing to create offense, working hard on the offensive window.
And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Hachimura out there with Mahimi. And it's Smith, then there's Brown, and it's Bunga in at the three. Brown wide open, he fires. And it's good off the back rim and in. Hornets trail by 11. Now the feed to Zeller. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
The Wizards shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Mahimi passes to Hachimura. Brown outside. Out to Smith for the three. Offensive rebound.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And it goes down 2 points. Washington's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Bunga. Hornets with the rebound. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Zeller passes to Batum. For Mahimi. Shot is good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Batum.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Smith for three. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Batum passes to Zeller. Out to the right wing. Now Batum. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biyombo checks in for Cody Zeller. And it's Rozier in for Nicholas Batum. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Washington. Shabazz Napier comes in for Ish Smith. Hachimura, no good. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Bacon the pass to Washington. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Bridges is checked in for Dwayne Bacon. And so it's Bunga who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Hornets trail by 5. Here's Graham. Makes it off the glass.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
It took a shift in strategy, but it seems like they figured it out. Let's see if they can extend this run all the way to the finish.
Bunga, the pass to Bryant. The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 5. To end the cold streak. Bryant. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Bryant's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Stripped away. Napier passes to Brown. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. The Hornets have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Graham surveying the floor. No good from outside.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Good. Nice play there from Napier. Now it's a 7-point Washington lead.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Down low, defended by Bridges. Brown against Bridges. Count it. Good.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Zeller, he's checked in for the Hornets. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Graham. Clock at 6. Bridges kicks to Graham. Bridges dishes to Graham. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Grant the pass to Napier. From deep. The Hornets pull it in.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Now Monk. From deep three-point range, missed. And so Washington takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking with community members as well as 2K devs about NBA 2K21.
We've been asking the community members about what they're excited for with the new game.
As well as devs and asking them what we can expect. And here at 2K TV, we bring together the NBA 2K community as well as the NBA 2K.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll...
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA.
Well, guys.
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
And now Washington's starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bunga in at the small forward position. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Griffin is out there with Wood. And it's Rose in at the one. Here's Hachimura. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Smitty, we have great athletes on the floor in this one. Shouldn't be any shortage of some highlight reel type plays.
Yeah, this game, nobody will make my segment under the rim. Smitty's under the rim. Everything will be above the rim tonight. I'm excited.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, when Blake is coming at you full speed, you have 2 choices. Let him go or foul him.
It's his first trip to the line. And Smitty, Blake Griffin stepping up his game in every way since joining the Detroit Pistons.
Kevin, last season was a career year in scoring, and he's doing so much on the floor. Rebounding and passing are a big part of his game now, and he's leading the way for this team in a lot of ways.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Rose passes to Griffin. We played just over a minute here in the first. Good on the shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Bryant. A 14-point game for him in the win against New York.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one can put a body on him.
And so Washington again turning it over. And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. To the right side. Here's Snell. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
14 feet away. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Look, this is how you draw it up coming out of the locker room. 3 of 3 so far.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Kennard. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Here's Bunga. That shot misses. Now the Pistons take it the other way, coming off that loss against Philadelphia. And there's the pass to Griffin. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. How are you feeling it, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully, an iconic venue for an iconic team.
Here's Kennard. He's covered by Brown. Wood kicks to Rose. And he converts the layup.
Derrick Rose inside is a treat to watch because watch how high he gets off the floor.
Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Napier dishes to Mahinmi. Now Robinson. And here's Mahinmi. Here's Hachimura. Mahinmi with a wide open look. The Wizards with another miss.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And Griffin slams it in.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
Good on the bucket. Hachimura's got 8.
How about he has yet to miss? 4 of 4 to start.
The Pistons have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And the basket by Rose.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Brown drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. And Detroit has possession. 59 seconds left in the first. Rose passes to Snell. And Brown over to help. Snell kicks to Rose. Back to Snell. 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Mo Wagner's checked in for Washington. Ish Smith comes in for Napier. Outside Robinson. Back to Smith. Nice ball movement by Washington. Mahinmi with it. Picked up by Brown. Mahinmi kicks to Robinson. Back to Mahinmi. Detroit with the rebound.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Here's Galloway. Can't hit from the low block. Here's Wagner. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
That is situational basketball. It takes a good understanding and good execution.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
You've got Maker. Doumbouya is out there with Brown. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, you can count me as a fan of Ish Smith. And the game he has, the change of speed he can use, and the way he can finish with creativity inside. Very fun player to watch.
Here's Wagner. He had 10 points in the win against New York. Smith for 3. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback. Wagner's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Galloway, covered by Smith. Here's Mikhailuk. And a miss there on the triple. And, Smitty, how do you see the role of Ish Smith changing as he gets older?
I see him still coming off the bench to lead the second unit and giving them some scoring from the backup guard position and leadership.
Inside, Wagner, good. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Mikhailuk. He dishes it to Maker. Pass to Galloway. To halt the run. Smith with some nice D. Wizards leading by 8. Bonga, the pass to Smith. Here's Wagner. Out to Smith. Here's Bonga. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dishes it to Mahinmi. Goes up the baseline. And Washington again with the bucket.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. They have the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
Here's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. That one drops for him. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And Brown drops them both. And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
Here's Brown following the bucket by the Wizards. Oh, Griffin in position.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And Bryant kicks to Brown. Left side, Bryant. Passes to Napier. Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And his shot blocking helped as well. Those 2 blocks he had were big for them.
Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. Griffin finds Brown. Here's McRae. Napier covering. Fires from deep. And the shot no good from McRae. Washington leading now by 10. Back to Napier. With his first shot attempt, the shot's good. Brown making the play.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Brown outside. Sinks the triple. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter. 9 seconds left to play here in the half. The pass to Napier. From deep. The shot, no good. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Wizards lead by 9. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the game. Thanks for joining.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And so Napier will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They've held a 12-point lead early. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So the Wizards 5 right now. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. There's the lob to the hoop.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
There's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Hachimura.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
The Wizards have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Rose. Some solid defense from Brown. Wizards leading by 11. Pass to Hachimura. Brown outside. Here's Hachimura. 12 points for him. Pass to Bonga. Kicks it to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Misses off the right iron.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The dish to Napier. Back to Brown. Washington gets it back. They get a hand on it.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Detroit, no good that time either. Wizards have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
Here is Bryant after the basket by Detroit. Brown the pass to Hachimura. The emphasis on, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The shot's good from Bryant.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Snell finds Griffin. Back to Snell. Releases. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Snell's got his third basket of the night right there.
And really, Snell needs no time at all to get his jump shot off. He's looking to score once he gets the pass.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. That's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. Now, here's Bryant following the miss by Derrick Rose. Hachimura, no good. Rose surveying the D, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Go through Blake Griffin. He is rolling. That's a nice shot.
Right side Robinson. He dishes it to Bryant. 1:22 left here in the third quarter. Robinson passes to Bryant. Shot clock at 5. And Robinson that time on the assist by Bryant.
To stretch out the defense, you just need enough guys on the floor who can make that shot.
Rose goes in, uses the glass to finish the layup. Rose has got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Smith. Now here is Robinson. Not a lot of room. He kicks to Mahinmi. 43 seconds left in the third. Here's Mikhailuk. And another three for Detroit.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Smith dishes to Bryant. And there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That's foul number 2 for him. Brown is checked in for Ian Mahinmi. 35 seconds left in the third. Smith drives in. It's good. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Quick first step. Smith blazing a trail on the drive. He's a tough guy to contain.
No one near Henson as he lets it go. That three off the mark. Robinson against Rose. Up top, Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Bryant passes to Hachimura. The drive by Smith. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Washington out in front, leading by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
We got to get back and play with this insertion. Pass goes, we got to move with the pass. It doesn't matter, we got to...
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. At the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Derrick Rose is out there with McCray, and it's Henson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Here's McCray. Rebound by Smith. Washington leading now by 7. The Wizards working the ball around now. Hachimura the pass to Smith. To the middle. The kick out to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. There's the pass to Bryant. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And here's Bryant for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And it's Rose penetrating. Pass to Snell. Three-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. Now Washington takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Robinson. Fires the 3. Trains the three-pointer. And it's a 12-point Wizards lead.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's McCray, guarded by Robinson. Detroit, no good that time either.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
McCray kicks to Rose. Here's Snell. He's covered by Brown. Snell dishes to Henson. Over Bryant. Henson's shot is off. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. Down low. Lets it go with a 3. No good on that one. Pistons trail by 12. Henson the pass to Griffin. And he comes up with the deuce.
And as much as Griffin has worked on his perimeter game, this is where he makes his money, in the painted area.
Bryant's shot is good.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Shoots the 3, and there's the bucket from McCray. McCray's got it back down to within single digits for Detroit. The Wizards have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Henson, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Gets the first. That brings them within 8. Christian Woods checked in for Jordan McCray. The Wizards also changing it up. Bogus checked in, and it's Napier in for Smith.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Rose kicks to Henson. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hachimura, no good. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Oh, Griffin in position, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
He's been this way all evening. You can see it in Griffin's eyes. He has scoring on his mind.
And that one is good.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Washington.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And the foul on Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bryant passes to Brown. Here's Bonga. 6 on the shot clock. Bryant dishes to Brown, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And the Pistons with possession. 8-point game. Outside Griffin. From beyond the arc, Wood. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Passes it to Hachimura. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. And the Wizards lead by 8.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be. Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. It's Brown with the drive. Another one falls for Washington.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice. Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And so it's the Wizards with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
bet you're all wondering the same thing. What is NBA 2K21 all about, both current gen and next gen?
So we're going directly to the developers to ask.
Gameplay director Mike Wang joins us here on 2K TV. Mike, how are you?
Hey, it's great to see you guys.
How has development been staying at home during this tough period?
Oh man, it's been a whirlwind. I mean, like...
How is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Mon... And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Barrett is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Randall in at power forward. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. They get it again. Gibson. No good with the layup. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington. Brown the pass to Hachimura. Back to Brown. And he banks in the layup. Brown's got the opening basket of the game for the Wizards. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of. Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Now here's Payton. A really disappointing game for him in that loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Hachimura, the pass to Bonga. Bucket is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Trying to get open is Gibson. New York, no good that time either. And it's Washington's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Hachimura, the pass to Brown. Pass to Bonga. Here's Hachimura. Over Gibson. Another one falls for Washington.
Their hot start keeps getting hotter. 5 for 5 now to keep things going.
Payton finds Harkless. Trying to get open is Gibson. Harkless with the bucket.
Finally, after all those planks, someone comes through for him.
Oh, yeah, you can hear the sigh of relief from here. Now they've got to build on that first bucket.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks has seen success in the past. Respected coach who has won Coach of the Year. But the heat is on in Washington.
Yeah, he hasn't had great luck here with the Wizards. I mean, new management this year might be evaluating him. I mean, he could be a make-or-break season for Brooks.
Gibson with the steal. It's Randall with the drive, and Randall throws it down.
One of the young power forwards, Randall, one of the best off the dribble drive.
Now here's Napier. Tight defense on him. He gets that one. Napier's got his second basket of the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Here's Gibson. Rebound by the Wizards. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to their offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Randall with the bucket.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randall there, and he's locked in on scoring.
Ryan passes to Napier. Unloads. Offensive rebound. Here's Hachimura. Good, nice job down low. Hachimura's got 6 points.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Randall surveying the D. And Randall throws it down.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Nice ball movement by Washington. Brown outside. And Harkless pulls it down. Knicks trail by 6. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to Brown. Back to Napier. Left side, Bryant. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Wizards lead by 4. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Ntilikina out there with Barrett. And it's Harkless in at the small forward. Robinson feeds it to Barrett. Passes it to Harkless. Fires for 3. Doesn't go that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Robinson dishes to Mahinmi. And there's the pass to Hachimura. Out to Smith. Here's Hachimura. Defended by Harkless. Nice shot by Smith.
This is the one area Smith must continue to work on. I love seeing him knock down the 3-ball, expanding his range.
And see, Webb, when Ish Smith goes to the rim, he is so deceptive. You just don't know where he'll go.
Yeah, Kevin, and sometimes I feel that Smith doesn't even know where he's going. But he's a crafty player that keeps defenders off balance with his change of speed. Gets the job done.
It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
Great activity there from Barrett. When he ups his intensity on defense, he's a difference maker.
Pass to Wagner. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Wagner's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Ntilikina passes to Randall. And too long on the shot.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
Pass to Wagner. Back to Mahinmi. Out to Smith. To the middle. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Here's a look at the stats for Robinson. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. 2nd in field goal percentage. 6th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And great big men to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Reggie Bullock.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring ability.
Passes it to Harkless. Here's Ntilikina. 3-pointer on the way. That one's not going to go. Robinson left side. Mahinmi passes to Wagner. Back to Mahinmi. The pass to Wagner. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
You get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Pass to Ntilikina. Poked away. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
Wow. The high activity of Smith is what creates these chances, using his quickness incredibly well.
Count that one.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Here's Robinson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Dotson. Pass to Ntilikina. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ish Smith. That is his first foul of the game. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Knox, he's checked in for Gibson. Reggie Bullock comes in for Maurice Harkless. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Payton in for Ntilikina. Knox, the pass to Portis. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Passes to Wagner. Wizards passing it around. In the corner, Napier with it. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Portis, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And when he comes off the bench, you know Bobby Portis is looking to make an immediate difference.
Oh, yeah, and Portis isn't shy about getting shots up as a reserve. He knows he is out there to stir things up and provide a different look for this team.
And Chris, a very unique experience playing in the nation's capital. What was your time like with Washington?
Oh, I love DC. Oh, I love Chocolate City. I mean, the surrounding areas of DC love the team as well. There's something special about playing in the capital.
Knicks trail by 5. Payton passes to Knox. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
8 seconds left in the first half. And so it's the Washington Wizards.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And guys, for the Wizards, that's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Down out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now, here's Barrett. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Gibson. Hachimura grabs the miss. Wizards leading by 9. Bonga, the pass to Brown. Bryant trying to free himself up. Brown, good. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, middle of last season, plenty of drama around the AD trade request. Davis wanted to leave New Orleans. Some say all publicity is good publicity, but Commissioner Silver clearly does not agree.
I don't agree either, and I think if you go back, the Lakers would say that's a self-inflicted wound. And some things are best left in the locker room. Let me tell you this. Every team tried to trade for AD except the team that didn't have him last year and maybe the Golden State Warriors. So everyone was out there. It just wasn't the rumors. And so, no, you never really like those rumors. They affect young players. They affect the player that may be being traded for. They affect the home fan base. They affect everyone. So you want to try to keep all of that in-house. Some things are better left unsaid.
Knicks trail by 9. Here's Randall. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
It's stolen by Barrett. Payton attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Payton's got his second basket of the night.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Kept alive by New York. Back to Randall. Harkless the pass to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Rebounded by the Wizards. They've led by as many as 11 points. The kick out to Brown. Launches it. Good. And it's Napier with the assist that time. And now it's a 10-point Wizards lead.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Harkless with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And out of St. John's, Mo Harkless in his 7th NBA season.
Yeah, and he's coming into his own as a defensive-minded wing. I mean, his offense is still a work in progress, but he's still in his mid-20s. He's got some time.
So for the Knicks, Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Ntilikina in for Elfrid Payton. Ntilikina kicks to Barrett. Free throw line jump shot. Robinson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Nice ball movement by Washington. And here's Brown outside. Smith for 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Randall down low. 10 points for him. Can't get it to fall. Here's Hachimura. He's defended by Randall. Smith the pass to Mahimi. There's the 3. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got the lead up to 12 now for Washington.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Here is Robinson following the basket by Julius Randle. Smith dishes to Robinson. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Randle bringing it up now for New York. And this game is done. They'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the knee, good night.
If you can't hit that one, your teammates are going to think twice about feeding you the next time.
That one falls.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Robinson kicks to Brown. Smith right side. Back to Robinson. The pass to Brown. Inside. Out to Smith. The tray. Here's Mahimi. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Smith. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fires it up. That one, no good. And so it's Washington with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll take a quick break and then back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock is out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Knox in at the 3 spot.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And Washington making a change here. Vargas checked in.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Outside Gibson. Left side Portis. Trying to get open is Gibson. Not as good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Portis.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside for Robinson. Back to Mahinmi. The dish to Robinson. Pass to Mahinmi. Outside Robinson. Gets a hand on it. Rebounded by Knox. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Ellington, and he makes that one. Ellington's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Knicks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Kevin, and you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Count that one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Stolen by Robinson. And here we go. Washington fast break. Here's Smith. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 5-point Wizards lead.
Oh, Smith is a fighter. Someone who usually doesn't back down from anyone, especially on these types of shots.
Hachimura the pass to Smith. And Gibson sends it back. And he recovers it. Robinson kicks to Smith. Back to Robinson. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 6 points for Robinson.
Wow. Smith is just an incredible distributor, a genuine floor leader. He knows where to dish the rock.
And the pass to Gibson from 15 feet away, and the shot goes in.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, and when the game is tight, you can see why they go to him. And by the way, where was the defense on that play?
Pass to Hachimura. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Portis. Here's Ellington. Left side Gibson. Pass to Knox. Bullock with it. Robinson on him. Goes back up. And it's good. 2 points.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score. And the veteran experience Smith offers comes in so handy, especially when his team really needs a bucket.
Knicks have gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th, going 6 for 7. Knox the pass to Ellington. Now here's Bullock, covered by Smith. Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Bullock, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4 for the Wizards. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Brown comes in for Robinson, and it's Napier in for Smith. The Knicks also changing it up. Randall's checked in for Bobby Portis. Reese Harkless comes in for Kevin Knox, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Wayne Ellington. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Oh, no. Don't tell me. He just didn't do that, did he? A critical point of the game. He makes just about the worst mistake possible.
The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Passes it to Harkless. Bryant with the rebound.
That's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
The Wizards working the ball around now. It drops.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Payton dishes to Randall. Back to Payton. And it's sent back by Bryant. And he's able to get it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Bryant. 40 seconds left in the game. Here's Gibson. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait. You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Up top, Harkless. Cuts off the pass. They're running. Here's Bunga and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get it to the plate fast and execute. It's your only hope.
And the 6'4", 400.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
The shot by Harkless, no good. Here's Napier. It's good. And so it's the Wizards with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it did.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
so excited to have you back on the show, as always. But Mike, I know you can't give away everything, but the big question has been, is Next Gen just going to be the same game but 2.0? What can you tell us?
It's absolutely not, Alexis, and I think that's something that we're so excited about is that, we've actually taken the current gen version of the game and we split development between VC Novato and our studio in LA called VC South. And so
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight we'll see the...
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Terry Rozier. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then it's Bridges, and it's Graham in at the 2. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3 slot. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
Now, here's Napier. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so here's Charlotte following the bucket by the Wizards. Brown, good.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Graham. Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Bryant.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
Count it.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Here's Washington to the inside. Bridges passes to Graham. Bridges kicks to Graham. Clock at 4. Looking to end the run. They grab their own miss.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now, here's Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And here's Bryant for 3. No good. And the Hornets now going the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Rozier missing. And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
Rebounded by the Wizards.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Rozier. Last game out, he had 40 points.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
The kick out to Brown. Hachimura the pass to Bonga. And the wing jumper offline. So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. trailing by 13.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Washington, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight, so both teams changing it up here. So he gets them both. And here are the Wizards now. They're on a 15-6 run. Smith the pass to Wagner. Batum against Robinson. To the paint. Here's Wagner. Another shot. Pass to Robinson. He's looking for Mahinmi and finds him. Swiped away. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Rozier with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Smith kicks to Robinson. Inside. Mahinmi passes to Wagner. Back to Smith. And Smith gets double teamed. Can't cash in from close range. Hornets trail by 7. There's Bacon. Rebounded by the Wizards. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds in this game. Robinson passes to Wagner. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Now Rozier jacks up a 3. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Wizards out front, up 9. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Rozier's out there with Batum, and it's Bacon in at the small forward. Here's Zeller following the bucket by the Wizards. Charlotte moving it around. Fires the 3. Rebound, Washington.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Batum passes to Washington, and there it is for him. Washington's got 8 points.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Hornets trail by 9. Zeller passes to Washington. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Washington's got 4 this quarter. Now the pass to Hachimura. Here is Mahinmi. Smith kicks to Robinson. Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
There's Bacon, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Washington making some changes. Brown is checked in for Hachimura, and it's Napier in for Smith. Now here is Robinson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No good on the triple. Hornets trail by 6. Batum, good. Here these defensive coaches in our meetings, Doris, talk about their players staying on a string, helping the help defenders in this league are important.
No doubt, and there are certain guys who are gifted defensively. Paul George, to me, was a Defensive Player of the Year category. Rudy Gobert, multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy is considered a great shot blocker, and no question that's the case, but it's because his defensive rotation is so good. Guys like Marcus Smart, the ones willing to give up their body, fly around the floor, be great anticipators. I mean, that impacts winning.
Aren't they fun to watch?
So fun.
And the Wizards with possession, following the bucket by the Hornets. He lobs it up, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
Now, here's Mahimi. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Washington on D, 4-point game. Bridges against Brown. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass.
Wagner passes to Brown. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Bryant passes to Wagner. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Baseline try. Biyombo, no luck.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Here's Wagner. He's got 6. Now here's Napier. Here's Bryant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 6-point Wizards lead.
And you can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Well, Biyombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
To the middle. Brown the pass to Wagner. Back to Brown. Passes it to Napier. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
5 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Graham. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie. Things were going Washington's way from the beginning. They had intensity in their eyes and fire in their bellies as they... And that should do it with the second.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Wizards leading by 5. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. On out there with Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position. Here's Graham. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Bridges kicks to Biyombo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washington passes to Rozier from deep three-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Rozier. 17th in free throw shooting, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And his shooting form at the line has been outstanding. Economical release, fully extends on the follow-through. He can close games for you. Here's Bonga. Bryant passes to Bonga. Bryant up top. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Hornets trail by 5. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Washington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hornets shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact? The game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. Here's Rozier. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Kicks to Napier. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Napier. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Well, every team goes into the draft looking for finishers like these. Here are the most efficient scorers among this year's rookie class. You look at Washington, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
It's stolen by Mahinmi. Pass to Hachimura. Outside for Robinson. Bridges with the board.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Rozier the pass to Washington. And he overshot that one, missing.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Biyombo. That's good.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Over to the left wing. Robinson for 3. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Biyombo the pass to Washington. Rozier kicks to Bridges. It's stolen by Brown. In transition, here come the Wizards. Smith with the ball.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Robinson for 3. That shot off. And the Hornets now going the other way. Biyombo the pass to Washington. It's stolen by Smith. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And Dwayne Bacon subbed in for Miles Bridges.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Mahinmi finds Brown. Back to Smith. Batum with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. There's Bacon. Finished off the break. Bacon's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
And the pass to Brown. Robinson left side. Passes it to Hachimura from 12 feet out. And that's off the glass and in. Hachimura's got 4 points in the quarter.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Zeller.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
Here's Graham. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the basket is good.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
On the wing, Batum. He kicks to Zeller. Pass to Graham. Charlotte moving the ball around. Bacon's shot is off. Smith left side. Can't hit from 12.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then there's Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3 spot. Here's Bonga, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Wizards lead by 8.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Down low. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Here is Bryant. Pass to Napier. Here's Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And good that time.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
To the inside, and stolen by Graham. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Bridges.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact. And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Graham, and the layup falls. Graham's got 4 points this quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to be better defensively.
And stolen by Napier. And here we go, the Wizards fast break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Doubled by Bridges. To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Wizards lead by 8.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And it's Graham missing.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Robinson for 3. Drills it from outside. And now an 11-point Wizards lead. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people who were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
I remember it very well.
Incredible.
Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Graham. Offline with his 3. Washington leading now by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Wizards.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Bridges with the steal. Washington, that's good.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Napier passes to Bryant. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. And the Wizards lead by 12.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And here is Bridges. No good. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they act.
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Now, Mike, with all this new technology, what does that mean for gameplay in NBA 2K21 for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's, whenever we have a new console year, that's something that always excites us as developers because we're always able to look and kind of dream bigger. And for us, it just meant, faster processing, it meant more memory, just the ability to do things that we couldn't do in last generation. And so,
how is that for a gorgeous sight? The Washington Monument here in the District of Columbia. So beautifully. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Wood out there with Griffin. And it's Rose in at the 1. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. Rose. Rebound by the Wizards. It's tipped. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Bryant passes to Hachimura. Here's Snell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. There's the pass to Hachimura. Passes to Bonga. 6 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Rose gets the bucket.
Derrick Rose inside is a treat to watch because watch how high he gets off the floor.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Bonga. A pass to Bryant. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time. You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
Napier passes to Hachimura from 12 feet out. Now here's Napier. Turned in an outstanding game against New York.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
When he's feeling good, he can help you stretch the defense a lot.
Here's Griffin. Pass to Kennard. For 3. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the middle, here's Bryant. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got 5 points so far.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Here's Kennard. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Pass to Brown. The dish to Bryant. Brown right side. He kicks it to Napier. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. No good. Shot missing. The Pistons have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Yep, that one goes in there. 5 points in the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
It's Brown on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. Count the basket.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Rose, that's good. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bryant, no good there. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Kennard. Second chance shot. Kicks it to Snell. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Brown. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Here's Hachimura. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Brown, and it's in there.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Griffin inside. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And as much as Griffin has worked on his perimeter game, this is where he makes his money, in the painted area.
Here's Kennard. Drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got 8 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
What a... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Wagner. Robinson is out there with Ish Smith. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. The Pistons leading. Galloway kicks to Maker. Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
Here's Smith. The pass to Wagner. Here's Hachimura. Dishes to Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Thon Maker.
Signature drive by Ish. Even though the defense knows it's coming, his quickness is hard to match up with.
He hits the second from the line. There's Galloway. 9-point game his last outing. From downtown, cranes it from beyond the arc. Galloway has got the lead up to 5 now for Detroit.
Shooting off the dribble is something Galloway's worked hard to improve upon.
And he gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Maker passes to Doumbouya. Washington with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Passes it to Smith. Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Henson's checked in for the Pistons. Jordan McRae comes in for Langston Galloway.
You know, the way he plays the game, he's always in attack. This is the one area I think he definitely has to improve on in his career. Ish Smith is knocking down free throws. Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Pass to Mikhailuk. The three. Good on the triple. And it's a 6-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Hachimura. Down low, here's Mahinmi. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The Wizards have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. It's stolen. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Mikhailuk. Doumbouya. That one, no good. And Washington the other way now. Here's Hachimura. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Hachimura's got his second basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It's good. And now just a 2-point Detroit lead.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Back to Mahinmi. Shoots over Henson. The shot by Mahinmi, no good. Pistons leading by 4. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Henson.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. The Wizards have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Brown is checked in for Mo Wagner. And it's Napier in for Smith.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Brown right side. Here's Rose. Washington with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it just felt to me like they wanted it more. I mean, didn't get down emotionally when they got behind. And how about that third quarter comeback? One for the ages. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pistons leading by 4. The pass to Kennard. 41 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rose passes to McRae. 5 to shoot. From the arc. That shot off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Napier passes to Hachimura. Chalk up 2 there. And now just a 2-point Detroit lead.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Here's Rose. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Robinson passes to Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Hachimura's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. On the court for the Pistons, at the forward positions, Snell and Griffin. Rose is out there with Kennard, and it's Wood in at the 5 down low. Passes it to Kennard. Here's Wood. He kicks to Snell. Clock at 6. Rose in the post, and he makes good on the layup. Rose has got 12 in the game.
The defense is in trouble because off the pick and roll, he uses his speed, he can knock down the shot, and he has a floater.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those 1 or 2 player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
That gives them the lead. He's got 7.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
To the paint. It's stolen by Bryant. And here we go. Washington fast break. Bonga the pass to Hachimura. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Here's Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader. Has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Washington. Ish Smith comes in for Shabazz Napier. Brown the pass to Wagner. The shot, no good. The Pistons trailing. Oh, Griffin in position, up high to stop the alley-oop.
Blake Griffin was pointing his finger to throw it up way high, and he went, got it, and dunked it home.
And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Back to Bryant. Shot to stop the run. He gets it in there. Bryant's got 8 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the wing right side. Here's Mikhailuk. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Bryant laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 10 points for him.
Taking what the defense offers up, Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
Brown against Brown. There's Galloway. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Wizards making a switch here. Robinson's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Doomboy is checked in for Bruce Brown. And yes, it's good. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lets it fly, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there. The Pistons have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. And the dunk by Maker.
You can fall in love with floating around the perimeter. I like it when Maker attacks the rim.
The drive by Smith. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the middle. Here's Mikhailuk. That one doesn't go. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing. but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And the Wizards making a change here. Mahinmi's checked in. Robinson drives in. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Galloway taking his time here. Here's Snell, defended by Bryant. Pass to McRae. Just 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
Washington making some changes. Hachimura, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. And it's Napier in for Smith. And then for Detroit, Christian Woods checked in for Thon Maker. Luke Kennard comes in for McRae. And it's Rose in for Langston Galloway. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Rose. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Detroit, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. The first one falls for him. And so Snell nails both of them.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Bonga, the pass to Napier. Off with the layup. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Mahinmi is out there with Hachimura. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Nice ball movement by Washington. And that one, good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Right wing. Here's Kennard, guarded by Robinson. Griffin inside. And the call on the shot that sends it. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. It's tipped. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Snell, that's good. Snell's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit. To the inside, Bonga, that's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got 3 assists tonight.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Wood kicks to Snell. Rose passes to Kennard. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Pistons lead by 9.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Bonga, no good. Detroit's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Pass to Kennard. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that, but I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Bryant can't get that one to fall.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Wood with the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there. Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
And that one drops.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Wood can't hit.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Here's Rose. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Each possession, more confidence from Derrick Rose. He wants the basketball. He's starting to knock him down.
Yep, it counts.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Detroit leading by 9. Here's Kennard. Snell kicks to Rose. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Pistons.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Rose.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Here's Wood. That one doesn't drop. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Robinson passes to Bonga. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 4-point Piston lead.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
And here's Rose. Snell from outside. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.